Hey everyone, welcome back to Pageants and Tangents. I was going to say forgive the way we look, but Gianna's looking immaculate, so well done, Gianna. We're on the middle. We don't need to tell you guys. We're on the middle of pageant season. Morgan just said she worked a 70-hour week. I don't know how much Kenzie has been working, but she said she just woke up. I've been working a lot too, and this is my first US pageant season. Gianna, what have you been doing? Nothing? How come you look so immaculate?
I had a bunch of really rough days, and in order to make myself feel better, I washed my hair this morning. It was really nasty. I washed my hair this morning. I blew it out, and then we went out to eat for Father's Day, so I kind of just made myself look presentable
Atta girl.
Gorgeous.
because it was really rough. It was really rough. Retirement parties for teachers go wild. So just yeah.
You're not rich.
No. But the entire building pretty much went on Thursday night. I was done.
I won't get you to go into more details there. Gianna, I'm sure you've been keeping an eye on the pageant results. How does it? Do you watch all the pageants to sort of see who you might be competing against, or do you try and stay away from all of it?
I mean, I keep up. I'm sometimes especially if I know someone who's competing. So I was out last night, but when I got home, I was like, let's just see, let's just keep up with the results. But it wasn't just USA last night. There was so many America State pageants, Miss Volunteer America. I was constantly refreshing the feed to see how everyone was doing. And some of these accounts don't post updates fast enough. I'm like, if you run a pageant, please update your top 10 and top 5 as soon as it happens.
Facts.
But I do keep up, and I think it's fun. I like people seeing all their hard work come to fruition and how excited they get. So I like watching it.
Yeah. The flip side is there's only one winner, and sometimes you don't know the winner. You know the other person who didn't win. I don't know if Morgan and Kenzie, you can relate to this, but I go straight into I'm going to have to now be the person who just listens to you crying uncontrollably. And it's not like I feel fortunate to do that, but I just dread having to do it because no one's crying because they feel great about themselves. And there's so many, we could compare stories, or we'd be here for weeks and weeks and weeks. We compare all the people who are deserving, but maybe for whatever reason didn't win this time, or they came first runner up and everyone's saying great job, but it's the first runner up 5 times in a row, or someone came first runner up last year and now they're second runner up this year. So it's a lot, guys, at the moment. So I don't know how you guys do it. I guess first off, we should talk about our Peyton Christen, who came second runner up at Miss Volunteer America. And I love the fact that she won talent because of the conversation she had mentioned previously where she was told, oh, you can't win talent with speed painting. And I just went, yeah. How's that? I texted her immediately. Conversation going now. But did you guys, I don't know, Morgan, if you were watching the live, what is Peyton? I've never seen her winning reaction live. I messaged her and said, we need to work on your winning reactions. She always looks just so surprised.
I loved her reaction, and I thought it was just so raw and so genuine, and she was genuinely shocked. And I think she was genuinely shocked. She herself, I would hope, knows how incredibly talented she is and how incredibly worthy of winning a preliminary her talent is. But I think she has just been told time and time again that it's not a winning talent. You need to change your talent. So I think she was just fully preparing herself to not hear her name called. If you watch the stream on the night that she won prelim talent, she's actually, when they're getting ready to call the name of the talent winner, she's looking at her feet. And I think that was just, she was bracing herself. But y'all, she was genuinely shocked. And I hate that she was genuinely shocked because girl, you should have known, you ate that down. But it was such an authentic and raw reaction that it blessed my heart so much getting to see her be that excited.
Yeah, I messaged her afterwards. I saw a photo. Someone had posted a photo of her winning talent, and it's not the most flattering photo. Her mouth is open quite large and genuine shock, but I like it because it's so real and authentic. And I mean, I don't think any of us would be surprised at this point. But yeah, second runner-up at Miss Volunteer America. First runner-up was Maddie Grace, who was the very first state interview. Winner was Amanda Higginbotham, who I also interviewed. She's from Texas. She's a pilot, and what I will say about Amanda, she is genuinely lovely and someone who does the work. She does a lot of charitable work. So that is that. Peyton, I think, is currently in a Waffle House coma. If that photo that she sent me is any look, she sent me the menu, and I just look at the menu and I feel like I put on 500 pounds. But I hope she is. I hope she's enjoying that because she certainly deserves it. Let's go around the room, and I'm fading in and out. Like a flower. Okay, is that better? Testing 1 2. I'll turn my volume up. Thank you for telling me that. I had this, I don't know if any of you have had it, but Windows updated itself and then everything stopped working. So everything is now running a jury rig solution. But thank you. Not that anyone needs to hear me. Let's go around the room and commiserate a bit. I know I said pageant icks, but it's middle of pageant craziness. You guys need to tell me what you've been doing over the last week. Kenzie, you first.
Yes, all of my lovely girlies for North Carolina America opportunity, they left today. They have check-in Monday morning. So a lot of my girls left for that. We had a lot of last-minute wardrobe fixes, some panics, all the good things that were going on with that. So all of my girls should be safely arriving in High Point, North Carolina to start their very, very exciting week off. So very excited for those girlies. And then we have some of the USA girls that are coming up the same weekend. And then a couple of days after that, I've got my girls competing for junior or little junior, teen, and Miss Lumbee. So we have 3 pretty big North Carolina pageants back to back here. I actually did not coach. Actually, that's why I had one girl today. I didn't coach pretty much anyone today because my parents were in town. So I got to see my mom and dad for Father's Day, which was so fun. We went to a concert and did all kinds of fun things this weekend. But reality has hit. I have my girls' interview times locked into my brain and calendar, and we will be doing nothing but warming up interviews for the next 4 days. So, and still coaching. We have regular girls that are still prepping for the last couple of days of this week. So big, exciting things there. And I just wanted to give a really nice, huge shout out to one of my girls in Ohio, Kendall, who fell in her talent and broke her elbow. And then ended up, we had to write, just in case she pulled into our top 12, we had to rewrite an entire talent and learn an entire talent in a day. She did not have to end up using it, but she'd have a really cute video where she said, instead of breaking my leg, everyone told me to break a leg. Instead, I broke my elbow. I'm your contestant number, whatever. So I'm very proud of her spirit and her hard work. And if everyone can go show some love on her posts here soon, I'll be reposting her stuff. And we're just very, very proud of her.
Oh my God.
How did she break her elbow?
Okay.
She's a dancer. She fell, slipped, and right on the elbow. Poor girl was in a sling. She's also a collegiate athlete. So we are hoping that everything is healed and good by the time she starts school back. But she's awesome and lovely and such a good sport. And her resiliency really shined through this week. And I think that's what matters most about her. So we're very, very proud of her.
Elbows.
What's her account? I want to go give her a follow now.
Oh, let me tell you which one it is. Because I don't want to give out the wrong one, just in case.
We talk about, when you fall down, get back up. I don't think anyone said when you fall down and break your elbow, get back up. I hope someone helped. But she didn't keep dancing with the broken elbow, did she?
To my knowledge, I believe she finished her routine off. And then she was taken immediately. I get a text from her and she goes, I'm on my way to the ER. I said, why? Why are we going to the ER right now? And yeah, my sweet girl rocked it out in a sling for the rest of the week. Her Instagram for her pageant account is Kendall, Kendall, Windsor, WINDSOR MAO. That's her pageant account. And she'll be posting the really funny video that she just sent me soon. And I'm posting the same one. So I'm just very proud of her. Sometimes it's not always about winning or placing or getting a preliminary award. I do think a lot of it is about literally when you fall, getting back up and continuing to compete and be your best. And I think she just showed that this whole week. So I'm very, very proud of her.
Yeah, that's not a text you want as a coach. I'm going to the ER.
Right. I was like,
never a good reason to be going. I hate texts like that because you should give context straight away. Because if you just send that text and then for some reason you can't text back. Then the person on the other side thinks you've died or something. It's
right. Something crazy is happening.
I'm going to get Kenzie's opinion on this. I know Morgan's opinion because she replied to this story of mine with facts in all caps. I said the only thing worse than competing on stage is being the coach who can't do anything. Like watching all these girls compete, all these women compete, and you're sat on the live stream or you're sat in the audience and you can't do a thing about it. This is not good for my nerves. This is why someone said, "Are you going to watch the live stream?" I'm like, no, I'm going for a walk. Tell me when it's over. And everyone kept telling me, Peyton did this, Peyton did that, Peyton killed this. But I was like, oh, please stop. But do you suffer from the same, I don't call it disorder, Kenzie, but the same situation that Morgan and myself, it's very stressful right now.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought when I was done competing, I was like, oh, thank goodness my nerves are done. I just get to enjoy it. I think I'm more stressed watching the girls that I work with compete than I was ever competing myself. So I'm the same way. I kind of like, if I am watching, I'm like watching like this the whole time. Or I just wait for a video and a text from them being like, hey, it's done. I'm like, oh, thank God. So yeah, I feel the same way. I have stress for them. If they're not stressed, I am.
Yeah.
It's just they need to calm you down. It's like, it's okay.
You're right, opposite.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, still got a couple more months to go. Anyway, so Geanna, what have you been doing apart from Father's Day? Any interesting pageant stuff or running any more marathons or anything else?
I did a 5K last Sunday.
Another one.
It was another charity like walk that we were invited to. I walked it all. It was way too hot to be running it. But it was really cute. It was for like a camp out here that I think they're across the country, but I know that it's like a major campground out on Long Island, and they like send kids with cancer and like their siblings and stuff to camp for free. So it's cute. I think I realized I actually probably went to camp for like a year or two down the road because there's like a bunch of campgrounds like all side to side. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize, like I knew it was a walk. I didn't realize it was a whole 5K until I was there, and I was like, okay, guess we're going for a little extra steps today. No, but I've been busy prepping. I think, when was it, Friday or Thursday? I submitted my headshot for Miss New York USA. Like the deadlines are quickly approaching. They emailed us. They're like, headshots, final sponsor listings, all due like next Friday. So it's real. So it's happening.
Yeah. Got to keep an eye on all those deadlines because there's a lot creeping up.
Yeah, no, but it's good. It just feels so weird to like the way that like they're just coming at me now, but it's good. And school's almost done. I have my computer back. I got it back on Monday. So I'm back on my computer. My eyes are no longer being like strained staring at my my phone trying to like see everyone's faces. But yeah, I don't know what else I've done.
That's enough. That's enough. So if for those of you watching don't know, your computer, Geanna's computer, was taken out by an errant child's rock. And that's not a weird turn of phrase. Someone threw was it a pebble at it or something?
Yeah, it was like it was like that big. It was from like a flower pot. Chucked it at the screen.
Was there any particular reason for that?
No, he's just that's a very that's a group I have with like 6 boys in it and 2 girls, and there's just a lot of chaos in there as is, and I think he got overly excited. I don't know where he was meaning to throw it. It was thrown at the computer. And then I just volunteered to actually help out with Greek dance for like the little church camp that like at the same church that I teach at. So I will be doing a week-long camp session of Greek dance. Not this week because this week's the last week of school, but next week.
Okay, and you taking your computer?
That's to be determined. Most of my music is on here, but if you know what, maybe I like the way you said that. Maybe I'll transfer it to my phone. I'll transfer it.
Have you heard about Apple Care? You know, that insurance program that costs a lot? I think in your case, it might actually be worth it because I'm not taking my laptop anywhere near kids who are throwing pebbles.
Okay, it's too late because I've had it for a year and a half. The guy at Apple, like when I went for my appointment, they were like, maybe you should just buy a new computer and get Apple Care on it, but I didn't want to do that yet. Next time.
Yeah, great surprise, like a huge surprise. The Apple people saying maybe you should buy a new computer. Yeah, I know why you want me to buy a new computer, but still working. It's still working. All right, let's get around to Morgan, who looks like she's been through the 7 circles of hell. She's being unusually quiet. Morgan, walk us through your week.
I have this week had 18 girls competing across 7 different systems. I have gone to bed every morning at about 4 a.m. And yeah, it's been great, and I'm grateful and thankful and blessed and booked and busy, and I'm really proud of all 18 of my girls who they did it, dude. They brought it, and they were all phenomenal. I'm still waiting on videos from some of them, so if y'all are, send them to me, please. Like, stop making me wait. But I had 4 girls who had 4 wins. I had a lot of placements, which is incredible, and I'm definitely going to be posting and shouting them out this upcoming week. But I had Logan Wells on Friday, won Miss South Carolina America's Teen. She won on Juneteenth. She is the 2nd African-American teen to ever win South Carolina America's Teen, and I think the last one was 24 years ago. So that was an incredible feat. Super proud of her. And then the next night, I only had 2 clients at South Carolina this week, and my 2 babies did it. The next night, Saturday night, Lindsay Jones was crowned Miss South Carolina America. And then right before we jumped on here, I was sobbing horrendously. So like the makeup was not happening today because Geanna was just crowned Miss Massachusetts USA, and Michaela, who you interviewed actually not too long ago, was just crowned Miss Maine. So 4 dubs, 70-something hours, 4 a.m. bedtimes, a lot of crying, and a very patient, God-sent husband. And we're just getting started because now we gear up for the next round of girls because, as Kenzie was saying, I've got babies gearing up for this upcoming weekend, and then we just keep hustling and flowing all the way to nationals, man. There's no off season in pageants. If you are considering doing a pageant, just know you're going to think there's an off season. There's not. And if you take an off season, don't advise it. Don't advise it unless you're like literally taking a year off from competing. Just stay on your P's and Q's, man. Keep with it. Makes life a lot easier later.
I'd agree with that.
Very true.
Morgan, did I ever tell you that I competed with Lindsay? We did collegiate together years ago.
Shut up.
I know. Yeah. So I was one of the first people she told when she was jumping to, because she moved to South Carolina, obviously.
Yeah, she moved to Charlotte.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, and then I almost went to one of her events she had here in Charlotte, but I was out of town. But long story short, so I've been like keeping up, refreshing. I had no idea that you guys worked together. And I saw that she won, and I like panicked, freaked out. And then I was like, oh my God, wait, Morgan posted this.
Yeah, and she took home the overall. She won a preliminary fitness award.
Did.
And took home the overall fitness award. And then Logan took home a preliminary fitness award too. So I'm like, let's go.
That's amazing.
Babies.
Aww.
We love carbs.
We love carbs.
At this point, half of my feed is Morgan's posts, which I'm not mad about at all, right? It's just like, at this point, if I'm a pageant girl, I would be seriously wondering, why am I working with anyone else? Because like Morgan just posts all these people, they're all in phenomenal shape. I'm like, yeah, I'll go over there. I'm going to work with that person. Why would I work with anyone else? But
listen, there's good people out here in this industry, and I can't coach everybody. So I am a big believer in a longer table, not a taller fence. But I will say, you should never work with anyone who makes you uncomfortable, doesn't adjust and adapt things to your lifestyle, and who just doesn't feel like a good emotional fit. I think that for walking and interview and everything else, it's just as much mental as it is prep work too, and they need to be supporting you to the hilt through all of it. So if you're not getting the love you need, you can call me. But if you are getting the love you need, you keep rocking, Buki. Like, I love that for you. And I'm going to keep just as loud for girls who aren't mine at Miss USA and America as I am for the girls who are.
I hope everyone out there has a sense of humor. I've realized recently that a lot of people can't tell when I'm joking.
Oh no, people are so literal. But like low key, yeah, like I got that dog with me.
I get some very puzzled faces when I say something, and then I have to say that was a joke.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Obviously, it's not.
No, it's so literal.
But I want to ask all of you guys, because sometimes you get to know the girls behind the scenes. right? If you're coaching, if you're competing with them, and you know they can be really quirky, really funny. Sometimes the pageant fans only see the finished product, and so they have a completely different POV on this person. So Michaela, who's a really good example, I pulled up a TikTok photo of her, and I was running her through, unfortunately, my best friend and I do love the following. And one of them was like internet surveillance, and one of them was scheming. And I said, you have to explain each one of those, like beating a dead horse. But she ended up spilling this story of, I think it was Shawn Mendes, and she met Shawn Mendes, as in the singer, when she was in high school, went up to him and said, "Oh my God, you smell really nice. What brand of laundry detergent do you use?" And so I had this completely, it's a bit weird in my head because I see that she wins and I'm really happy for her. And everyone, all the pageant fan accounts are posting so-and-so, and she's amazing. She is, like, she does all this. I'm like, you just told me you sniffed someone and told me that they smelled nice. So I had this really...
That girl is a nut. She is hysterical. She is the funniest freaking human. Like, everyone who's going to be around her at Miss USA is about to have the best time if they have a sense of humor, because that girl is, you just don't know. Like, she's so funny, the things that she's going to say. You're never prepared for it. And I don't get caught off guard easily, but she shocks me regularly. She's hysterical. I
really enjoyed the interview with her because she, when someone's not just genuine, sometimes people are genuine and they're a bit dull. She's genuine, but really, really funny too.
Really funny human. I was wondering how the post-interview Kiki went for you guys, like, because I know you always chat after the interviews anyways, and I'm like, I bet she's got this man rolling laughing.
Yeah, well, I think I got her laughing because I literally pulled up, I sat up in TikTok stalking you, and I brought out, it was, I don't know if you saw it, it was literally a photo where she had, it's a text, it was a photo post, and said, my best friend and I unfortunately do love doing the following, and it was a list of stuff, and I said, you need to explain all of these ones, and it was good fun because she had a sense of humor. Let me ask you guys, I'll go to Kenzie first. So if you had to pick someone who behind the scenes is so different to the way they portray or the way like the public think of themselves, is there anyone who really, really sticks out in your mind? Like just behind the scenes is really ultra, not in a bad way, right? But like really ultra funny or practical joker or very, very laid back. Does anyone specifically come to mind?
There's a handful of girls that I grew up competing with that I just feel like the longer we competed together, the more I knew about them and the more I loved them outside of just pageants and all the good that they do for the world. But the girls that I coach, I get to know a whole different side of them. And I tell them all the time before we start coaching, I'm like, hey, I will be coach, mentor, and big sister, whatever you need me to be. And a lot of them take that big sister comment very seriously. So I have done the boyfriend talk with some of my clients. I have done the I'm mad at my mom and I don't know what to tell her talk with some of my girls. I've had moms call and they're like, I can't deal with her today. Can you just call her? Like, so that being said, I've been able to see a very unique perspective on a lot of those girls. And I think some of my favorite clients, which Morgan actually had the joy of interviewing one of them with me the other day for a mock interview, they, have this like really brave face and they're pretty and poised and I've survived this or I was able to accomplish this. And then she talks about how when she goes back home, she like overfeeds her llama, or one of my girls has jumped out of a moving car to save a turtle before. So like we have a lot of animal lovers over at the girls that I coach. And I like just hearing their crazy stories and the things that they do on the off chance. And I'll point out this one girl in particular, just because I think she's a rock star of a person, but she survived childhood cancer. That's part of her platform now. She is able to speak on that. And so we were just chatting it up, trying to figure out, like, what are some good points that she can make in an interview? And she had basically gone on to say, like, yeah, it's an accomplishment, I guess, like surviving and all, but I really love my llama. And we're like, oh, okay. So I do. I just think the girls that actually have a personality outside of what they do is probably my favorite part. And then sometimes I'm like, maybe I don't want to know the deep personal depths of you and your boyfriend right now, but thank you so much for sharing. And I did tell you that you could come to me with that. So please keep doing that. But it's a fun journey for sure.
Llamas. That's the first. I had a conversation with someone over in the UK and she was getting ready for Miss Universe. and she was having frustrations because the man that she was with at the time, the two of them were just a bad fit. And so she comes to me for pageant coaching, but I'm always a life coach first before pageant coaching. And I've actually done relationship coaching, scarily enough. It became very obvious that the partner was the problem. And without knowing it, I somehow pointed this out to her. And then the next message I get from her is like, thank you so much. I broke up with my boyfriend. It's great. I feel great. Like, she was happy about it. I'm like,
That's
so
hilarious.
great. That's probably not one I want a testimonial on, and probably also I don't know, that guy would be very happy with me. But I will say, like,
don't quote a great friend.
No, but I was told this saying: if you're not happy in your relationship, you're not happy. It doesn't matter whether everything else is firing on all cylinders, everything's going great. The last thing you want going into a pageant is to be dragging emotional dead weight behind you. Like, it's hard enough as it is.
True.
Without now, I don't want this to become a relationship dissing session, because I'm sure we can all have, dating horror stories. I went on a date near a nuclear reactor once. That was interesting. Anyway, Geanna, don't look at me like that. Geanna, do you have anyone who behind the scenes is completely? I mean, I'm not going to say you're completely different. You've always been slightly unhinged. You just came out of your shell. I don't think I knew the. Is there a poised and polished? Like, I know the unhinged side of you. Is there a hinged side to you?
We love the real human. We love it. Honestly, from the first time you brought G on, I was like, oh, I rock with her.
Wait, actually, little throwback. Do you want to know what I said in my Miss Teen USA interview, which is probably why I didn't place?
Okay, just tell me it wasn't. Remember, you have the unusual distinction now of being the first person on this podcast to do you know what. I'm not going to say it, but please tell me you didn't repeat that in your interview.
No, I've never cursed in an interview. I don't think I've ever cursed in an interview. But they asked me how I would describe my outfit. All right. And I was wearing this like Giovanni like blazer dress. It had like feather sleeves. So I was like, oh, I'm like business in the front, party on the sides, because it was like feather sleeves.
At least you didn't bust out with like a R. Kelly, like I Believe I Can Fly,
Stop. Wait.
Little chicken bagok, but like
it was in your interview.
It was given mullet. I love that for you.
It was, because I was like, it looks like so profesh if I like don't have my arms, but then like it had like the feathers, and it was like such a vibe, because I was like, it just, I took like a professional outfit and turned it into like something else, and that's just, I feel like that's me in a nutshell.
That's funny.
Geanna, how do you keep the crazy inside?
I don't. I let it out.
Yeah.
This is fair enough.
I think
you're a good teacher, though.
I was gonna say my poor coworkers, and I think my students love it, but like my poor coworkers have been seeing more and more of it, because all of us like kind of started this year, like we're a bunch of first years that are friends, and like I've really gotten out of my shell in like the last 3 months, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
I love that.
But I think, like, just to talk about teacher discipline for a sec, in terms of young teachers who have problems disciplining their students and running a smooth class, I tell you, Geanna, the easiest way to do it is be crazier than the kids.
Oh, yeah.
If you are more insane than the kids are, the kids will, oh, wow, that person's really crazy, and then they'll pay attention to you. Mm-hmm. So that was basically my technique for dealing with kids on the tennis court. I would be completely insane, and then they'd be like, oh, okay, we'll pay attention.
Last year I was doing a leave in 6th grade, like the year before I got this full-time gig, and they were acting so crazy, and me yelling over them wasn't working. So like this teacher that I was covering for had like a couple of like flexible seating, like couch stools in the front, and I just sat down crisscross applesauce and waited for them to like stop, and like they were really caught off guard by the fact that I like sat down and was like, and they were like, and it worked. I was just like, I'll wait. I passed 6th grade, like I'll be fine. You might not.
Ouch. What did you say? Business on the front, party on the sides. It's gonna take me a while to get that image out of my head. What was the judge's reaction? Did you get a laugh, or were they stoned?
No, they laughed, but like I think I caught, like I don't know what they were expecting. I'm like, you guys asked me how to describe my outfit, like that.
Valid.
I mean, like I'm not gonna lie. I think this outfit is very chic and fashion forward and blah, blah, blah. No.
Okay. Moving on. I'm sure, Morgan, you get the whole like 9 yards of that. who is, this will be a hard one for you, who is, out of everyone that you worked with, the craziest, but in a good way?
I can't go with who I've worked with. I'm actually going to throw this one out of left field. Tom Brodeur. That man, I have known him for years now. I knew him long before he became Mr. USA. And when he and I are on a phone call together, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Will and Grace, but he and I are Jack and Karen for Will and Grace. We are unhinged. We are cracking up, laughing. We are joking about everything. And I think that you see the obvious on social media. He's a businessman and he's got it together and he's got a plan and he's wanting to do so well for these women. But even with as much as he posts about that, I don't think people realize how much he bleeds into these women, how deeply his heart is intertwined with ensuring that they are successful far past the Miss USA stage. But also, he is just one of the funniest humans to get to laugh with about nothing, like the silliest things. And we will just be cracking up and crying on the phone for hours. And I'm talking, he's on the West Coast, I'm on the East Coast. So it'll be 1:00 my time and I'm on speaker working and we are just like shooting the back and forth for hours. He is one of the, if you ever get the pleasure of getting to just kiki and chit chat with him, he's one of the funniest humans to ever exist. So I'm going to throw it out of left field because I couldn't give you a top 10 women. My clients are freaking with me, unhinged, hysterical. Y'all see me do 2 of my gospel song client text. I can't even publicly post the really funny ones because I would get canceled or something. But I love when my clients let me be more than just a trainer and they really do like come in and talk to me and like let me in on all the things and the tea. And I love it. These women are unhinged and hysterical and the funniest people to ever walk this earth. Like pageant girls, I know everyone thinks y'all are all so polished and perfectly put together. No, y'all are the most hysterically feral little humans to ever walk this earth.
I have like a hot take about pageant girls. I think 90% of us were probably like the weird kid in middle school and high school. Like, I don't think the pageant girls are like, and I'm not saying that there isn't some out there, I'm sure there are, but I don't think they were all like cheer captain, valedictorian. Like, I think most of us were probably like a little shunned when we were younger and then just found something that we succeeded in and ran with it. And somewhere you have to like be a little weird and showcase it. And usually I feel like that's with your trainers. Like, I think I misunderstood when Morgan said she was my fitness trainer. I was like, my therapist got it. And
you mean
therapist?
Those sound basically the same.
They sound the same, I think.
Yeah, I misheard. It's okay.
Yeah.
Augusta said that pageants, Augusta Roach, she was in South Carolina 2021?
One team, yeah.
Sorry, Gussie. She, one time we were just like chit-chatting and she was like, I think pageants are like, it's like the sport for like the loners, like the girls who didn't have like that, like you said, like the huge, massive friend group, like the highest popularity chick, like, but that's where, I mean, yes, you can find competition. You can find like people being ugly. That's normal. But also that's where you can find your people too. Even though you're competing against each other, like you literally are like the claw machine or whatever on Toy Story where they're like, friend. Like that's what you end up finding when you get into these pageants. You're like, oh my God. I used to think that I was the only one who had nervous stomach. And I was so mortified about it when I was competing because like I had hot girl tummy problems, man. I'd get the nervous poos. But now as a coach, when I'm doing an intake, I'm like, do we get nervous tummy? Like I need to know these things because, it affects everything. And the amount of girls who I coach who are like, oh, I'm not shy. I'll blow that bathroom up and then go walk on stage in swimsuit. I'm like, where were you when I was competing? Like I needed someone who could like emotionally be holding my hand in the stall next to me while I was like sick as a dog backstage. I love it.
I don't know how we got on this tangent, but since you went there was something came over my TikTok, and there was this person in a cosplay. I think it was like a Wolverine, like a very immaculate outfit, maybe a Mandalorian, like Star Wars. And they're trying to take a selfie in the bathroom, and they're doing like a reel, so it's a video. And as he's posing for it, you just hear this massive explosion in the cubicle behind him. And he just runs. I don't know if you've ever been there where you're sitting and you're doing your thing, and then next 2 doors over, there's like Mount Vesuvius going off, and you're trying to not laugh because you don't want them to hear you laughing at them. But
it's tough out there.
I have to, now that I'm thinking about this, so you said this about Tom. I haven't seen Tom Unhinged. I did say what you were like, Morgan, to Tom, and he had a good laugh at that. So I'd be very excited to see Tom and see what he's like when he's away from, having to be Mr. USA. But Morgan, you've got to be. I'm thinking here, like in terms of unhinged people, you for me, I think you bring it out of other people because conversations with Kenzie and Geanna, if you were there, you heard this. The stories that you tell me about your family, I'm like,
oh my
are
goodness,
you making this up? Like, I don't want to go into the details, but like one of the comments was, do I need to send an ambulance or do I need to send like a hearse or something like that? Like,
yeah.
And this is the family.
Yeah. My granddaddy shot his brother-in-law. Okay. He didn't kill him. He was fine. He was fine. But
it was a warning shot.
Okay, then.
He called the town sheriff and he said, Lane, I've just shot my brother-in-law. And Lane was like, all right, do I need to meet you at the hospital or at the morgue? Like, where am I meeting you at? And he was like, hospital. And then you're taking him to jail because he was drunk, acting a fool. So he handled it. Hi from welcome to America. Oh
my goodness.
You know what? I think God puts everybody here to be their own thing and have their own stories and bring the best out in other people. And I think he just put me here and was like, you know what? You're going to come into account with a lot of people who take everything way too seriously. You are going to be the opposite of that. You are going to you're going to let their freak flags fly and like, y'all are safe here. I welcome all of it. I love the lore. I love the chaos. I like it. I don't want the polished version of you. I want to know why your mama lost custody of you when you were 5. Like, tell me everything.
Kenzie, can you, and you might have to think here, you worked with Morgan. So what was the most unhinged moment that's still PG rated? What's the most unhinged moment that the two of you shared?
Okay. I don't even have to think. I know exactly what it is. Most people in North Carolina, I feel like, know this. Laura goes also very public with it on TikTok. The boyfriend that I had not the lovely, gorgeous, perfect human being that I'm with right now, my ex-boyfriend that I had during my reign as Miss North Carolina going into Miss USA, he was cheating on me like the whole time. I had no idea, obviously. And it started like a couple of weeks before I got crowned Miss North Carolina USA, and then followed us to Miss USA. So I find out a couple of months after Miss USA that had happened. And I was still working with Morgan, right? Like I still had a year left. I had to like stay in shape, still work with Morgan to this day. And I text her. I think I called her maybe. I don't know if I called you or text you. Maybe called you. And I was like, hey, just because this man had come to like a photo shoot with me before and like met them and like knew these people. And I told her that I had been cheated on for like over 6 months by this person. And instead of like, she did say like, are you fine? Are you good? But instead of like us doting on it, she goes, okay, I can call 3 people. You tell me what you want. She was like, we can make up a story about the man. And I'm not going to share what that kind of story was. We can make up a story about the man. We can blast the man. We can like get rid of the man. What are we, what's the vibe? What are we trying to do? And yeah, like we were fully plotting, like if we had to escalate, how are we going to escalate it? And Morgan was heading it up. And I think that in that moment, I was like, she's got my back forever. Like, this isn't just a pageant thing. It's not just competition. Like, she's fully ready to like start some rumors about somebody.
10 toes down, because that is one thing you don't do. We don't cheat. We don't cheat. That is the biggest no to me in my entire. There's a few other things, but don't do that. That is the biggest no. I also was like, we can mail him certain things. Like there were so many. I was just the wheels started turning because I was 10 toes down behind my girls, but also that man petted mine and my husband's dogs. You don't touch my kids. And then
don't touch my kids.
And then act like a hoochie.
Gross.
Then he started
my
barking
God.
the second you started talking about him, and I had to mute it because she was immediately like, "Oh,
she knew, triggered." She's like, "I'll do it." But yeah, like the most diabolical things you could think of, Morgan was like off the top of her brain talking about, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
we're locked in."
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, she doesn't need to think very long before something. So, Geanna, do you feel more at home now that you know that you're surrounded by people
Yes,
more like
thank
you?
all of us,
Always have your back.
the best kind.
I still can't believe like you have family stories that involve people shooting each other, and it's like it's okay, he's not dead. We don't do that here in Australia. I don't know if that's
he's
the
not
way
dead.
you guys ways you communicate
Fine.
in America. I don't know what it's going to be like being at USA and then meeting Morgan, and, like and I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I think I know not to expect a lot of silence.
Expect the unexpected.
The rest, I have no idea. So
You'll be overstimulated. We'll have some cocktails. We're going to eat. I've already offered and promised all of my girls when they're like walking to and from rehearsals that I'm just going to granny toss some tater tots in their mouth while they walk by. So we're going to have to do that.
I love that.
Like we're at the hibachi restaurants and they toss the shrimp into your mouth. We're going to
so
toss
good at that.
Carbs, glycogen. Who needs it? Just let me know if I overstimulate you. My husband will step in and just be like, bring it down.
I need I need that because my brain is always going. I'll let you do the food tossing if that's okay because you're their trainer.
I have
If a random guy is throwing food at pageant, probably not going to go down well.
You're safe. You're with me. It's fine.
Yeah,
you're safe.
Yeah, you'll be safe. I don't think I'll be with the people take it very kindly if they see some person randomly throwing food at pageant girls.
There's a tall Australian man throwing food in the pageant girls' mouths.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's gonna come by with her mouth wide open, ready to catch it. She's gonna be like, "Right here, Adrian. Haven't had anything since breakfast."
It's like the seals. Is it at SeaWorld or whatever? When you throw sardines in their mouth, this is the picture you've put in my head. Like all these people, you just throw sardines in there.
Anyway. Great.
So, Geanna, how do you feel about sardines?
Ew.
Can we do something else? Like, I don't know.
French fries.
Yeah, instead of sardines.
Specifically truffle frites. Fancy French fries.
I love a truffle fry.
Me too, man.
So, guys, if you see me at Miss USA and Geanna's there and I'm throwing food at her, just remember she asked for it.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm off the hook. Please don't.
Consent.
Yes. Consent given.
Consent.
I just won't wear white because I'll get stains on my white outfits.
We were going to talk about pageant icks. Quite frankly, I think we might leave them for next week because we've been going on and talking about pageants for this long. Actually, why don't we, Kenzie? So, who have you got competing this week? I know Morgan probably has a bunch of people.
I have a ton of girls. I think I have 8 to 10. I have to go back and double check all my clients. I think I've got 8 or 10 girls in North Carolina teen. I have 1 in Miss North Carolina. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 girls in North Carolina USA. I don't have any girls in North Carolina teen this year. And then I have a handful of girls that are competing for Little Junior Teen and Miss Lumbee, which I don't know if I've ever spoken about that pageant before on here. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
I interviewed Lindsay Lockie.
Okay, so she's probably told you all about it.
She talked about it. Bye, Morgan. Morgan's had it.
See you later, Morgan.
Yeah, she talked a lot about it, and that was very interesting because we don't have anything like that.
Yeah. So the Lumbee tribe is like the 9th largest Native American tribe. What's happening? Why is everybody leaving?
Is that something that I said?
Am I leaving soon? Am I getting kicked out? Oh, they're back. We thought you guys just didn't want to hear me talk anymore.
I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear you anymore. That was the problem. I could hear Adrian.
No, I just disappeared, apparently.
You just left?
Oh, and then you leaving caused me to not be able to hear Kenzie anymore. So you ruined it.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
Anyways. So yeah, they're the 9th largest Native American tribe in North Carolina. They just got federal recognition December 2025. And they have a pageant in their area, and it's Little Junior Teen and Miss, and it is truly it's like what I call it, like a mini Miss North Carolina. It is huge, high competition, some of the most insanely talented young women I've ever come across in my life, like I feel like any single one of these contestants could be competing at Miss America right now and like easily placed. They're just outstanding. So we have that coming up, and then that'll be, I don't know, that'll just be like really exciting. I've got a couple of girls that are a part of that tribe that are competing in USA and then also in America. And then their homecoming would be the week after. And Olympic homecoming is huge. And I'm so grateful to like have known all this and learned so much about it the last couple of years. But yeah, outstanding, incredible ladies that are competing there. And then if one of the girls win from the other state, they'll celebrate her during Olympic homecoming, which I think is so fun. So yeah, very excited to see all my girls compete. I've got some tiny tots competing in North Carolina, like freshly 14 years old, competing for the team title, which, if anyone knows, is a pretty large task to be doing when you're competing against 18, 19-year-olds. So I'm really excited for some of my little ones to compete, my returners. We've got some brand new girls coming in, so it should be lots of fun to watch them. They're so excited. Everyone's like so fresh-faced going, and I remember that excitement when I was competing, so I just love seeing it again.
Do you have any room to work with anyone else at this stage, Kenzie?
I do, yeah, actually. So because they're all the rehearsal days are long, so all my girls are in rehearsals, and then we just do like 15-minute prep. So yeah, actually, I have Thursday this week. I'm open if anyone wants to come hang out with me. And then after this week is over, the season starts back. We have like a month break in North Carolina for preliminaries, and then they immediately start back in the beginning of August. So if you want to come check me out, get on the calendars quick, because August, September, October are going to be full very quickly. We have like a month break. July, we're chilling.
Okay, is there actually a break in the pageant calendar? Because I used to think there was a pageant season, but it doesn't seem like there's ever a gap.
Not really.
There's not, is there?
Yeah, I have like my February for me is slower. I have like at least a couple of free days in February. And then July, there's just national pageants in July, but I don't have any girls competing locally. So I feel like my schedule is a little bit lighter because everyone's in like rehearsals competing. I think it's, what is it? High School America is in July. Ideal Miss is in July. All Americans in July. There's something else maybe in July, another national pageant, maybe UNM's in July. So lots of girls competing that I just get to like watch and cheer on. No one really getting any more prep in. But then August starts and it's 10 toes down competing for prelims again. So that'll be exciting.
I had no idea it was this crazy. It is manic, and being a coach is not, it's not like a normal like 9 to 5 job where you can just sort of clock out, because I mean maybe some people can, I don't know, but when you actually are invested in a client, you go on an emotional journey with them, and their highs are your highs. Not that you take credit for them, that's not what I'm saying, but you know, when they're excited, you're excited. When they crash out, you crash out as well. Like if you're a human being, so it is full on. So I give you guys credit for staying with your clients, because it's.
If I can just add one little thing really quick, it's a little shout out to Morgan. My mom started working with Morgan for fitness and some coaching. And my mom was here with me this weekend. I had to teach her how to use the app. She's a precious, lovely human. And she goes, "Is it normal for Morgan to message me at like 3 a.m. on the app?" I said, "Yes." And she goes, "So like, should I message her back if I'm up at 3 a.m? Because my mom doesn't sleep either." I was like, "If you want to, she'll probably chat with you for a little bit." So my mom is learning Morgan's also crazy hours, and was amazed, impressed, and also like, "So should I just ask all my questions at midnight?" And I was like, "Yeah, ask all your questions late at night. She'll answer them."
I'm here. I'm awake.
Yep, I loved that. That was really sweet.
Tell your mom that it's best not. I'm sure you have. It's not good to ignore Morgan's texts. She phoned me once, and this is back. We talked last week when I was in the middle making soup. I couldn't come to the phone because I was hands deep in broccoli, and then she sent me a text that wasn't. I can't repeat it here, but she was pretty insistent that I phone her back. So don't ignore Morgan's text, because she takes it personal. This woman, you got to be ready to pick up. And I was happy to do it in that case. Geanna, what have you got coming up this week? Is it a bit more sane than the vibe we've been giving off this episode?
I think it's the last week of school, last week of finals. I don't think I have anything like crazy planned, unless sometimes last minute things pop up for the weekend. Oh my God, I'm racking my brain. No, I really think I have a chill 7 days.
What's your countdown?
5 weeks. Well, less like 5 weeks as of yesterday. So like we'll be less than 5 weeks this week.
Okay, so you basically have to go into state prepared for Miss USA. Like you have no turnaround time.
It's like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, because we are the week after like that original deadline. We're the 25th and the 26th of July. So
are your states combined? Do you have a combo pageant?
yes,
Which ones
it's
are they?
New York, New Jersey, and Maryland.
Maryland? That's what I thought. I've got a girl in
Yes.
Maryland, so this is all making sense now.
I've got a girl in Maryland. We're gonna have to kiki. Who do you have?
I don't know if she's ready to announce it yet. I'll text you.
Fair. Same.
Okay.
Fair.
It might be the same person.
It could be the same person, actually.
There it is.
So,
I need explanation. What does kiki mean? You keep saying
like
this.
little like
Chat,
banter,
party,
banter,
get together,
gossip.
if you will.
There's a song, and I don't know who sings it, but literally the song says like, "Let's have a kiki."
Have a kiki. Is it a drag queen that sings it? Maybe.
I think it's it might be a drag queen, but it's like it's a cuter way of saying let's chit chat. Let's have a conversation.
There are things that you guys say that I just can't.
I'm trying to keep up with America's youth. Okay,
I know.
These girls keep me fresh.
You can do it though because you have an American accent. It sounds stupid coming out of my mouth. Like I still can't say y'all. It just y'all, and then you still make me say I love you at the end of.
Yes, I do.
It's always important to tell the people you love that you love them.
Yes.
Yeah,
make it known.
You weren't with us when I said this. I feel like it's very like aggressively getting yelled at, especially by people from the South. If they say that they love you and you don't say it back, they yell at you.
Yell louder.
Say it back. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, I love you. It's like I've never known any people to be so like aggressive about be like, oh, okay, go on, sorry, I love you. So,
yeah, she's scaring me into saying it too.
We gotta know.
No pressure.
No pressure to say it back.
What am I going to say? No, I don't.
Don't
Morgan,
do it.
Morgan, dare I ask, what have you got coming up this week? Is this week looking as manic as last week? Vaguely similar? Is it looking even worse?
So I'm actually going out of town. So I'm going to be at a concert on Saturday, simultaneously attempting to stream multiple pageants from the Titan Stadium. So like we're gonna see how that's gonna go. So y'all might miss me next week. Just saying.
What concert?
But Alan Jackson's Last Ride, I think, is what it's called. There's like 15 other artists who are gonna be there too. It's massive. But I've got women competing this week at New York, America, Maryland, America, Virginia, America, DC, America, and then I have women in North Carolina, USA, Delaware, USA, and Alaska, USA, and then we just keep rolling it through after that with more. So that's what the lineup's looking like this week.
Solid.
It's gonna be great. I'm so excited.
That's a lot. Okay,
That's a lot.
We're all knee deep in pageant season, whether we're prepping or helping others get prepped. My coaching calendar is very full as well. I have some slightly unusual clients. People find me in weird ways, and so I have now a golfing client, and
interesting.
Well, that I do anyway. Yeah, I got contract. Someone was taking me along on a golf course in Indiana. It was 7 a.m. for them. It was 9 p.m. for me here, and I was walking someone through mindset coaching for golfing. And I don't play golf. I do not need all reasons to swear, as I say. I had one session with a girl, and I don't know how much you guys know about golf, but on a nine-hole course, she took 6 strokes off her best. So she was very happy. That's not a small, massive.
I know that's good. I don't know much about golf, but I know that's good.
Yes, that's about all I know. Also, you got to hit the ball into the hole. I think that's about all I know.
Something like that.
All right. Okay. Well, guys, let's hold it there. Wish us luck. I'm going to wish all of you watching, whether it's live on the replay, luck, because I know a bunch of you are competing. These lovely humans, their DMs are open. I don't know if they have much room in their coaching calendar. artificial. They can fit you in. They will fit you in. And stay safe, stay sane, stay away from social media. There's a lot of people posting a lot of stuff on social media. Don't do that. Systems say that. Don't be that person. No one's going to buy that it's in the best interest of anyone. Do what's best for the girls. That's really simple. Everything else, don't do it. Just don't. No, just don't. Okay. All right. We'll keep it there for now before I get us all cancelled, and we'll speak to you next week. Bye for now. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you're a competitive pageant girl and you're after some high-performance pageant coaching, make sure to come and check us out at Pageant.Project.com, where you can start your journey for free. In the meantime, follow us on all our socials at The Pageant Project. Speak to you next time.